HWWS Web TV, the real social media television network. Check out HWWS Web TV.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Boys and girls.
Boys and girls.
And all the diversity of spirits that have followed us down through the centuries. We are Phantasmagoria.
Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, everyone this evening. Hey, look, I'm trying something new, okay? Out of the number of shows that I've started with MBL Entertainment Group, this is an experiment. Basically, my background is working with celebrities and oh, hello, hi, Lorraine, hello. Basically working with celebrities and getting to know them, try to bring them on. I do a Saturday morning cartoon show where we talk about cartoons from our youth. Okay, I'm a boomer, proud boomer. Okay, from our youth, and that's every Saturday morning. And I also do classic television Smackdown, which is every Friday night, or it's every other Friday night. I got enough on my plate as it is. But for television Smackdown, we talk about old shows we grew up with. I Dream of Jeannie, Bewitched, Beverly Hillbillies, you name it. Anything from 2000 and earlier, below, okay? But I decided to do something very special. I'm gonna tell you, I have so many friends and friends of quality, and people that frequent my Facebook page know that I only surround myself with the highest quality of individuals that you can find on the face of the earth. And I'm really happy to have these friends. They've always contributed to my growth, any grief that I may be experiencing, and even the post that they put up themselves is kind of non-controversial, but they're still fantastic, and I appreciate it. So what I decided to do a show devoted to them, basically to people who oh, you lost me. Hopefully, Alfred, I'm still here. Oops, we lost Mark. Let's see. Everybody's saying, I see what you're saying. Let's say, how did you lose me? I'm still here. I see myself. I'm still broadcasting. Everything is still 5x5. One thing about my shows and the fact that I am a human is that if we do not have any technical difficulties through any of my shows, it's a fake show. Okay, this show doesn't exist. Okay, so Terry over in Ireland says, I'm still on, I'm here. Okay, Alfred, look on your end, man. You may have to, oh, you got him back. Okay, good, I'm back. I don't know how. Everybody says they see me. So anyway, let's get back to what I was saying. So I have so many friends, and I put the word out on my Facebook page that, hey, guys, I like to focus on each and every one of you. So if anyone is interested in being a guest on a show that I'm creating, which is called MARC KNOWS EVERYBODY, you're more than welcome. Oh my God, I should have kept my big mouth shut, because the responses that I got will actually entail me, or actually force me, to do 2 shows a week just to get through 2 guests a show. and I must be out of my freaking mind. So this is the first show. This is the test show. I'm starting it off with two friends, actually with three friends, because one of the two is actually a couple, and I want to introduce you to them and show and have them talk to me, and tell you exactly who they are, what they do, and why they think I like them. Okay, that's going to be the big test, because I really want to hear that question. We have two incredible individuals, and I've known them. Oh my goodness, I don't know how long I've known John and Dion, but I'm going to have them tell you. But let me tell you a little bit about them, okay? John DeDonna, also known as Byron, that's his character, is a playwright, actor, director, and producer who is the program chair of theater for Valencia College. He has worked in multiple states and continues to create and direct works in Florida, Georgia, and Missouri. John, why Missouri, John? Anyway, John is the creator, he did say there were some spelling errors in this. John is the creator of the critically acclaimed Victorian horror troupe Phantasmagoria. Dion Leonard DeDonna, the pretty one out of the two, is a classically trained ballet dancer who works as a dancer, teacher, as well as a fire performer. She choreographs on the middle, high school, and college level, as well as professionally. She has been a member of the Victorian horror troupe Phantasmagoria for the last 12 years. So why don't we go ahead and bring these incredibly talented individuals up on the screen? And there's one of them.
The other one's
Guys, can you hear me? I want to make sure you.
We can hear you.
There you go. I hear you. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, here is John and Dion. Woohoo!
I don't know. This is
Good to see you guys.
This is Byron and Cimarine. We're here talking for them.
Okay, John and Dion could not make it tonight. Okay, so we have their stunt doubles, because these are their stunt doubles, obviously. And Byron and Cimarron and Byron.
Yeah.
Did I say that correctly?
Cimarine, but it was close enough.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, I'm Greek. I don't know. It's my Jewish accent. Okay. These guys are absolutely phenomenal in what they do, and if you have never seen anything given from Phantasmagoria, please excuse the July 21st date. Is this the current one, John? Dion?
No, that's old.
That's an old one. Okay, good. I stole it. So anyway, ignore going to Atlanta on July 21st, ladies and gentlemen. John and Dion will not be there. Cimarron and those two won't be there. But this is Phantasmagoria, and if you've never seen their troupe before, this is what they do: Victorian horror. And I have been to a couple of their performances, and they are just absolutely fantabulous. And you need to see them perform in person, and they're gonna update us in terms of when their next performance is. Usually it's around Halloween time, that time of year. Guys, how you doing? Good to have you, my friends. And to answer my question, please, how long have we known each other?
We have known each other since, I think, Phantasmagoria 5. So that's going back 7 years.
Wow. I've known you guys for 7 years. Wow.
Oh, yeah.
That is fantastic. Okay. People there in the chat room, if you have any questions, you can go ahead and ask Byron and the cute one any questions. I'm not going to try and pronounce that again. I'm sorry. You can ask them anything you want. You can type in anything you want. I'll put up some interesting things up on the screen here as we go along. But like I said, this show is mainly focused on these people that I know. These are our first guests, and I am so happy to have them on. So how did you guys get into performance arts in the first place?
Oh, I'll let you go first, darling.
Oh my, well, I have been dancing since I was 3. I've always loved the performance aspect of dance, and I love the theatrical aspect of dance. So it was just a very natural. Well, oh look, there's my counterpart Dion. Yes, that is my beautiful Mary von Hoffman.
Yes.
So it was very natural for me to transition into the theater, and I get now to use my dancing along with my theatrics, and it is just glorious. Plus, I get to dance with fire. So what else can you ask for?
For me, it started, like most people back in the school that was the high school. And then when I went off to college, it progressed, and I ended up doing professional theater from the time I was about 18 till now. So that's a good many centuries, as they say.
Well, I have always been enthralled with what it is you guys do, the performances that you have done. In terms of fandom in general, because this would fall under the category of fandom, I would think, because this is a supernatural, which obviously means not real, or ultra natural. And I've seen things that you have performed that's just been totally unbelievable. Has it always been Victorian horror for you guys?
This Phantasmagoria started about 12 years ago. I've always been entranced by horror my whole life and done a lot of different productions that were horror oriented. But Phantasmagoria started as a one-year idea, one show. That's all we were going to do. We didn't know each other. No. We disliked each other intensely. No. I disliked her intensely during the very first year. And then we brought it back for a second year because it was very popular. And then it started snowballing. And by the third year we were doing Phantasmagoria, people started recognizing us and calling us by our character names, which was very strange. And we went from a one show a year kind of show to working 12 months out of the year as Phantasmagoria. So this has been the last 12 years of our lives. The majority of the work we do is in this show.
Yes.
I want to show you guys exactly in my audience here how talented these folks are. Unfortunately, this is kind of focusing on Cimarron, Cimmerian, Cimmery. I need to write this down. I can say things phonetically when I read it, anyway. This woman,
so different.
Let me tell you. Oops, John, you froze up. So we'll wait for you to reconnect or come out of that unfrozen portion there. But yes, you are frozen. If you guys have to log out and come back in, that's fine. I'll keep going. One of the most incredible things I like about doing the show is that my friends who may not be on the same celebrity plateau as some of the people that I've been on stage with are still celebrities. You know, to my mind, to my heart, to a lot of you folks, they are absolutely phenomenal in what it is they do, and I'm just so ecstatic. These are my friends. Now, over the course of a few weeks, and it looks like it's going to be some months, unfortunately, we're going to go through at least the first round, which is approximately 30 of my friends who all said, yes, I want to come on, yes, I want to come on, yes, I want to come on. And I'm happy for them to come on because they have a lot to say, a lot to talk about. We're going to wait for those guys to there they are. Let me drop the other one. Stand by, guys, while I kick your last screen there. Kick yes, and then bring you up. Hey, you're back.
We have no idea what happened. That was fascinating.
Yeah, I think you were staring at the screen and you put it into some sort of Victorian hypnotic trance, and it just freaked out.
I did.
Simple.
But yes, that was Submarine doing one of Nathaniel Johnstone's songs. He's one of our collaborators. And
oh, that's awesome. So that was an original piece?
Yes. Oh, yes. All the music we use is either written specifically by us for us, or it's given to us by collaborators all across the country. And so that's all the dancing that we do. And that was one of our Love the Light fans. That was one of the episodes we started doing because of the pandemic, when we were stuck in the house.
Right. Yeah. Hey, we got a question for you from our friend over in Ireland who's watching. Terry's a regular on my shows. Happy to see you here. He says, the evolution of the show has been nothing short of phenomenal. How do you keep it fresh with new acts and ideas? I'm really interested of how Terry knows of you. He's all the way over in Ireland, but then again, everyone knows you. I'm supposed to know all of you. So there you go. So how do you keep it fresh? How do you keep it going? How do you do that?
Well, it comes from the members themselves. So we have, between here and Georgia and Missouri, we have about 70 members. And we also have these collaborators, across the United States. We're going to be talking to one of our collaborators out in Oregon tomorrow about doing a show together. And so their ideas fuel us. They don't just come from me, but from everyone. And then in terms of like the poems and the stories, and we spend years researching it. It usually takes about, I would say, 6 months just to research a new show, to find the new stories we're going to do. So it's just ongoing because we don't want to do the same thing over again. We want to change it up for us as well as for the audience.
Sure. Who writes, who creates, who produces? How is that going?
We have a team. So I'm the main writer. So I write all of the shows that we do. I direct them with multiple other directors. We have what we call additional directors who do the shows with us. So we have a director who specializes in voice. We have a director who specializes in movement. We have a director who specializes in combat. We have one who specializes in puppetry. So we all have a different skill set. So it's a team that does all of that, And in terms of the dance, like Submarine does, we have this wonderful choreographer, Alina Mila Makhrova, who comes in from the Orlando Ballet and does all of our choreography for us. And we have belly dancers. So it's a collaboration. That's what keeps it fresh. And it's a team. We could not do it without the team behind it.
Wow. Well, that answered Terry's question. Of course, that's how Terry knows of you because of 56 hours of CyberCon.
Oh, yes.
That was produced through the HWWS network here. So that's how they know you. That's fantastic. Let me ask you, because you are my friends. I have been to your home, which is to die for, in a city that I just happen to love too. What's normal life like, guys? John, what do you, or Byron? I need to speak to John. John, what do you do during the day, every day, 5 days a week?
Oh my.
John, what do you do during the day? Nothing. I honestly, it's teaching, and The only hobby I have, you will appreciate, is making Aurora monster models. That's the only hobby I have. Everything else is all just Phantasmagoria or other theater shows that we do.
Right. Well, here's a question right here. Other than Atlanta, Missouri, and of course here in Florida, are you traveling any further, anywhere out of that? I'm sorry, I just had to kill a flying bug. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, kill the bug.
Yeah.
We have, that bug is probably part of Phantasmagoria. You just killed a troop member from
See,
Missouri.
I knew it. You stared at the screen too long.
No, we have toured before. We've gone as far north as Baltimore. And,
Yes, my hometown.
Yeah, exactly. And, you know, we've toured up and down the East Coast. But right now, because of the pandemic, we've had to pull everything back.
Sure.
Yeah. Coming up in the fall, we're going to start producing in a city that we've never worked in before. It's a small town called St. Mary's, Georgia. And it's very close to Florida. It takes 2 hours to get there from here. So we're going to be doing ghost trains on an actual train. And we're going to be bringing our main stage shows to a theater there in St. Mary's, Georgia.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's freaking
though,
go ahead.
everywhere.
Okay, you're freezing up just a little
Say
bit,
that
but
again,
that's
Mark?
okay. I say you were freezing up just a little bit,
Mark,
but we got. Can you hear me now?
can you hear us?
Yes.
And you froze.
I froze? Hey, guys in the chat
Yes.
room, if you can go ahead and tell which one of us is freezing so we can kind of nail this down. I'm sure it's one of our internet connections, but I am up on 400 speed on my internet, and I'm hardwired in, so I don't know.
This is what
But either way,
They're both gone. Mark, is Mark around? Are we secretly on the internet? Oh, we're gone. Back.
can you guys hear me?
We're in. Everyone can. No, we're gone.
You talk. Yeah.
Okay, John. Oh, John. John.
It gives us that both. That's
Again, go out, come back in.
yes.
This is what happens, ladies and gentlemen, with the Zooming society that we're all in. Of course, this is not Zoom. This is called StreamYard. I think this is on my friend's side. So what I will do is I'm going to kick them just to give them the signal to come back. And hopefully they will. But Phantasmagoria is incredible. Well, let me go ahead and run down some photos that I have of them so you guys can see a little bit of look at the gorgeous Dion, ballet dancer, classically trained. She does video. So she actually does early morning wake up sessions, almost like yoga. When they come back, oh, and they are.
Hello.
Hey guys.
I'm
We're
going to be
trying.
talking about my Wednesday wake up and warm up.
Yeah, yes, I was talking about your Wednesday wake up and warm up. Could you tell us, Simmarine,
Well,
what is?
yes, I'm going to double check with Dion first. All right, she's giving me permission to.
Yeah.
So, when all
Yes. Check
the
with her.
lockdowns and the pandemic hit us, I needed to keep moving because that's what I do. I'm a dancer. I can't stop moving. And I figured there were other people all over the place who were needing something to keep them motivated and going. And along with being a classically trained dancer, I'm also a certified Pilates instructor. So I pulled my dance with my Pilates training and started these quick morning wake up and warm-ups to just get people started, to get them moving, to just connect. And incredibly, I have an older dancer in Germany who watches my wake up and warm-ups on her time. I have one in the United Kingdom. I have one in Canada. I am literally connecting with people all around the world who caught my wake up and warm-ups, and they have made it a regular routine.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
It's been fascinating.
Yeah. The pandemic has actually opened our worlds.
Okay, I have to be fair. I have watched your videos of your warm-ups in the morning, and I have immediately turned them off. Okay. I just knew that any one of those moves that I tried on myself by watching you would instill immediate death, paralysis, rigor mortis even. And I just turn you off. I turn you off. Okay.
Hold on now. If you listen, Dion actually lets you know to do it at your level, my darling.
Just drink the coffee. Drink the coffee.
I remind everybody about the coffee.
She's upstairs exercising. I'm downstairs drinking coffee.
This is
Well, I get it. If I ask Byron to show me his gut, he would not impress anyone. But if I ask Simran to show herself, or Dion, of course you would get this.
Yes.
And I'd rather look at this than to look at your gut, Lord Byron. I'm so sorry.
Okay.
But this is a better woman to look at.
Yes.
than the better woman that you try to be. Okay.
I love it. I love these photos. That's from MegaCon, I think, or Phantasm.
Yes, that was
Couldn't tell.
MegaCon. Yes.
Oh yes, because I recognize the drapes in the background. Yes.
Yep.
You did a show at MegaCon, and I don't know what's going on here, but I think she's having a conniption.
Yes.
And
Yes, that's The Exorcist. She was channeling.
just like in one of my favorite movies, Young Frankenstein, she was asked to walk this way. Right?
Yeah. I love it.
Well, you guys are doing good. We got about 3 more minutes for you. And like I said before, for people who are watching the show, I am starting something new, which is MARC Knows Everybody. I know this is not going to happen, but just this month alone, I have to get through 30 people who asked to be profiled, much like we're doing here. Our second guest is standing by, and I see you down there in the lobby, Jack. I can see you, so don't start picking your nose. You may not be on camera, but I can see everything you do, so keep it clean, okay? Keep it clean. All right. He's laughing at me, and he's looking. You guys are wonderful. I enjoy everything. Let me ask you, what is the biggest, 2-part question, what is the biggest thrill professionally? Wow. That would cover your job, Lord Byron. I don't know if I want to say that. Well, with Phantasmagoria, what is the biggest thrill you've had with Phantasmagoria?
I'll let her answer this.
Okay.
Right?
I can actually answer the first one. I think it's a simple answer for me. The biggest thrill professionally is the fact that I do what I love professionally. I love dancing. It's in my blood. It's in my soul. And I love performing. I get to do it for a living, and I get to teach and pass on that passion to everyone from itty bitty 3-year-olds to I have senior adults who come take my classes. So the fact that I get to share my passion, do it for a living, is just, I think that's professionally my greatest thrill, and it's the constant thrill.
I love it.
That is an incredible answer. I like that. And I'm in the same boat with you, you can say, because I love my job professionally as well. Lord Byron, I guess we're going to leave this up to you.
I think connecting with people, and we have done so much of that during the pandemic. We're connecting with people in Australia and Japan and Canada and the United Kingdom, all who just want to share. That's it. They want to share. And so it's creates a big family. And that's the thrill. The thrill of not recognition in terms of, oh, we're fans. No, recognition in terms of, oh, you're our friends. And that has been probably the biggest thrill over the last 12 years.
Yes, I agree 100% with you. People see me from the stage, and some think I may never step off of it to come into my audience. And that's the sign of a very conceited person not to do that. Right. So I do go out into the audience and interact. I go to bars with my audience. I go to dinner with my audience. I sit with my audience and other audiences. So it's nice to know that you guys have such a well-attached head on your shoulders. and it's just absolutely wonderful. Yes, Linda. Linda said she was from Winnipeg. She's viewing from Winnipeg.
I love it. Hello, Linda from Winnipeg.
Awesome. Folks, if you do not or have not heard of Phantasmagoria, I would ask that you spread the word around, give people links to their Facebook pages and their websites, watch their videos. There was one video that I wanted to show, but I didn't have time to cut it. But you were actually doing fire dancing in the middle of the day out in front of your house. Actually, that would have been back of your house, I think, where I saw it.
Yes. No, that, believe it or not, that's the front.
That's the front.
That's the front. Is that where I parked the last time?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So you never go in street side, huh?
No.
Yeah,
But
it's such a beautiful, huge house. And ladies and gentlemen, you have to listen to this. Their house, this is probably the wrong description, but close to. It's as if Pee Wee Herman blew up inside of their home. You will see photos and big tops and umbrellas and figurines.
Carousel horses, yeah, everything.
Carousel horses. It's a fair. It's a county fair inside their house. I'm just waiting for Gomer and Barney Fife to show up around the corner or something. But it is absolutely a beautiful, wonderful home that they live in, worthy of their presence and of their style and their I can't think, their talent. That's the word I was thinking of. Their talent. So I wanted to do this quick hello with you guys and introduce. Like I said, I'm introducing my friends to my friends, and this is basically what this show is all about. And you are my premier guest, my debut guest, my honored guest. Really happy to meet you. But we're I guess, like I said, guys, get on that Facebook page. If you need to message them, communicate with them in any way, do so. I'm sure they're very, very happy to get a hold of you. If you're a fan of storytelling, cabaret, dancing, music, entertainment, you should definitely check out Phantasmagoria. This is an endorsement from what? 8,000 miles away, maybe 5,000 miles away. So that is awesome, Terry, from Ireland. He's up late. It's got to be, what time is it now? 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, like maybe 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning right there, right now that he's watching. So that is fantastic. Terry, you are great, buddy. But I want to echo that. You guys find these folks, okay? Follow them. Don't stalk them. Follow them and go to their shows. You guys are wonderful. I love you dearly. You guys know that. Dion, and I am calling you Dion right now. You ain't seeing me early in the morning stretching nothing because things are breaking now as we speak. At my age, I'm hearing noises I've never heard before in my life.
Oh,
Just grab coffee.
wow. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you.
Just went 1 a.m. because of daylight savings time here. So he's 1 a.m. right there. So thanks for being up, Terry. Last Saturday, he had a whole bunch of women on his couch in Ireland watching Saturday morning cartoons. That was so freaking awesome. That was great. All right. Lord Byron and Lady Cimarine is, I can't talk Victorian. I can't talk British. Park your car and harbor yacht. No, that's another accent. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me for my first segment for my debut show of Mark Knows Everybody, and I am so glad to know you.
And
all right, so we're gonna say goodbye to you, and we will check you out. Go ahead, Lady Cimarron. What'd you say, Cimarine?
I'm just saying good night, goodbye, good morning to everybody who's in Good Morning Land.
It's a Good Morning Land. I love it. All right, thanks, guys, folks.
You.
Yeah, my dear friend.
Stand by for our next incredible guest. Okay. We will see him shortly, but I am go ahead and I have a commercial.
I'm GW Pomisher.
I'm Dina Marie. I'm Sage Ia.
I'm Thomas Carter Rochester.
Hey, I'm David Thompson.
Hi, I'm Kevin.
And I'm Mia.
Hi, I'm Mark.
Hey there, this is Dave Adams.
Hi, I'm Rosemary Rose.
Jerome Conner here.
Hey guys, it's Josh Bauer.
Willow Schuyler.
I'm Cosplay Michael.
It's your boy Country.
I'm Ryan Permison.
And I'd like to ask you guys, please subscribe.
Please subscribe.
Please subscribe.
Please subscribe.
Please subscribe.
Please subscribe.
Please, please, please
subscribe.
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 Please subscribe to HWWS Web TV.
Great bunch of people.
And don't forget to smash the bell.
Ring that bell.
Smash that bell.
Hit that bell.
Hit the bell to be notified.
Hit the bell to get notified of new shows
And videos.
You're going to want to do that, so do that soon.
So we can cross that 20,000 mark.
And get us to 100,000 subscribers.
To 1 million and 10 million and 100 million.
On HWWS.
Web TV.
You really like it. I guarantee it.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, believe it or not, for my next guest, my next segment for my debut show, Mark Knows Everybody, I actually do know someone else. And this guy is one of my longest friends. And I'm happy that he accepted my invitation. I needed to bring him on. Guys, you see his name there. His name is Jack Eaton. Jack, how the heck are you, brother?
How do I follow that? How do I go? What am I going to do? I don't move like that. No. What?
You know, I thought of that. I did. I thought of that, Jack, and I'm like, well, Jack's coming on after them, and I don't have any videos of Jack dancing or twirling fire or stuff like that.
No, those don't exist, luckily.
How you doing, brother?
To top it, I'd have to have Takei on my lap like a ventriloquist doll, okay? That's the only way I can top that. But I'm your friend, and that tops that right there.
That did. You're breaking up a little bit on your mic, so we'll puddle through this. But this is Jack Eaton, and Jack Eaton. Oh my God, the history behind he and I. We should be in jail, Jack. By this time, we should be locked up or something. I don't know how we got away from the law. But actually, I'm kind of Hey, Jack, how you doing? Can you still see and hear me?
I can see you fine. How am I coming across?
Very good. All right, I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about Jack because he sent me a bio. And as much as you know your friends, sometimes you really don't know that much about him. Okay. He was born in Warwick, Rhode Island. If you guys never been to Rhode Island before, you need to go visit. It's beautiful. He's worked as a country music DJ. He was a police dispatcher. And in the past 24 years, selling medical supplies, currently helping American.
Say it. Say it.
Okay, let me finish this sentence. Jack is currently helping Americans pee. Okay, I'm doing fine, Jack. He sells catheters. He sells catheters. Let's just leave it at that. He also hosts a series of cigar review videos for a local cigar shop. His first convention, 1974, he escorted Joan Winston around the final original convention in New York City. He formed a sci-fi club in high school, SPOCK. Gee, I wonder what that spells. But it is the Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Kelvins. Okay. He's a former president of the Boston Star Trek Association. He's the forming member and first chairman of the Rhode Island Science Fiction Club. He's been active for years and served as regional coordinator for Starfleet International. And he recently got the coolest job on the planet. He's a grandfather.
Yeah.
All righty. So we got some name dropping things here that I see that we're going to get to at some point. But nonetheless, buddy, I'm glad to have you here. There's a lot of accolades that you put up. I see you got a Lion King t-shirt on, and that's from the Broadway play, right?
No.
What I do?
Original Lion King. If you look down here.
The white lion. It's not Kimba, is it?
Yes, baby.
Kimba's got a full mane.
The original Lion King.
Kimba, the white lion, guys. And I think I've shown him on our Saturday morning cartoon show at one point. But that is one of the cartoons that I grew up. When we were younger, when we were kids, that was what was on our UHF channel in the afternoon after we got home from school.
Speed
think-
Racer, and Kimbo.
Yep, and Marine Boy.
Yep.
Awesome.
Disney done ripped off Lion King.
So my buddy, you're my next friend here, and I want you to tell us what's that? She said he's done a lot. Yes, Lorraine, that was his bio, and yes, he's done a lot. My friend over in Ireland says hello. A life lived, and he's not done yet. Okay. And he also says, "Can you do some fire dancing, Jack?" Hey, you smoke cigars.
I don't know what part of me I'd set on fire. Hey.
Well, what have you, since you've been doing all of this, you're a grandfather now. Tell me a little bit about your son first off.
My son is amazing. I always tell him that I would hang out with him even if we weren't related. He has attained all the geekness. Speaking of geekness, this is one of my first geek outs back in 1978 at what was supposed to be the World Star Wars Convention, which Lucas came down upon and made them change their name and everything. And that's me as Mork. I wore that and ran around the streets of New York City. We tried to get into the audience for Saturday Night Live. They wouldn't take us though. So we hung out and I ended up chasing Jane Curtin through the halls of 30 Rock.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nanu.
That's been a long 40 some odd years. Yes.
Well, back to your son. I'm sorry. I actually thought that was your son, but good grief, man. That was you.
That was me.
Tell me a little bit more about your son.
Well, I think the story we're leaning towards is he went into the Navy and was supposed to go on to the Lincoln out of San Diego. And about 2 weeks before he was supposed to leave, calls me up, says, "Dad, you'll never believe what ship I just got assigned to." Yes, the Enterprise.
Bravo. What? That's a military geek's dream right there.
I called up to Kay and I said, "You may have been on the Enterprise, but I get the real thing."
Right.
Do you have the thing with the mirror? Don't show that yet.
The mirror. I don't know which batch you sent that in. Did you send me 2 batches of pictures or
just one? I thought. But anyway.
No. And I wanted to. Oh man, I'm so sorry. I have a picture of. Shoot. Keep talking. I'm gonna try and grab this. You keep talking until I
prove how much of a geek my son is. They were decommissioning the ship, and I told him, I said, "You have to get me something. So I don't care if you rip a doorknob off, pull a bolt out of the wall. You got to get me something." And he says, "I know exactly what I'll get you." Sure enough, he got me a toilet seat.
You're ripping off the government, man. And that was expensive.
Of it, and it's hanging up in my living room right now.
Wow, you are funny. Okay, stand by.
I thought I'd send you a copy of that one. Well, there we are on the Enterprise.
Correct.
He took me on a little tour. One Thanksgiving, I went to visit him. And there's the grandson.
Oh, I just lost it. I was actually looking for the mirror one you were telling me, and I don't see it in what you sent.
My mistake. I thought I'd send it to you.
Yeah, no big deal. I'm looking, and it's not there, my friend.
All right.
Well, what is it about the mirror? Do you want to tell that story now, or you want to wait?
Well, I just did.
Okay.
But no, my son took me on a tour of the Enterprise, and it was Thanksgiving weekend, and it was just skeleton crew. And he said, "Well, I've got 8 more hours on my shift. Are you going to go back to the hotel? What are you going to do?" "I don't know." He said, "Well, come with me." And he takes me down this padded, paneled hallway, leather curtains to go through, and it's the VIP section. and he puts me up in a VIP, well, they call it suite. I think because the pads on the bed were twice as thick. He said, "Here, watch TV, do whatever you want. Just be quiet. You're not supposed to be here." Apparently, my son and I broke some Navy regulations. So I could have the fun of saying that I slept on board the USS Enterprise.
Oh, that is awesome. Oh my God. That's definitely a dream. You can never be called a liar for that.
Yep.
That is absolutely awesome. Okay. So tell me about this.
Okay. This is the joke that I pulled on George Takei. He would always go out running.
Yes.
Take people with him when he goes, and
I was a victim, I think, at your show. I think, is that the George River near you, outside that hotel location?
No, this is in Portland, Maine.
Got it. Oh, okay, that wasn't me there. Okay.
It was a creation up in Portland.
Okay.
George came down to go running this one morning. It was his birthday this weekend, so he was in a celebratory mood. We'd had dinner the night before. And he comes down to go running and no one's there. So he goes off by himself. And just as he's about to circle back to come back into the hotel, police car comes up. Says, "Excuse me, sir, where were you just running?" He says, "Oh, I was down by the water. Went down here, came back up along, and I'm just about to go back to the hotel."
Great impersonation.
He says, well, the later and tireder I get, the deeper the voice goes. And he says, well, we have designated areas here in Portland where you can and can't run. And you were outside of the designated area.
Oh my.
You almost caused 3 motor vehicle accidents. And I need to see your runner's license. Runner's license? I have no runner's license. I'm just visiting from Los Angeles. And he did everything he could to stand up for himself, tried talking the cop out of it. I give him points. Never once did he say, "Well, don't you know who I am?" Hard. Just tried real hard. Finally, the cop said, "Look, I'm just going to make it a warning. You don't have to go to court." "Well, I shouldn't have to go to court. There's no signs or anything. How would I know?" So the cop starts writing the ticket, gets all this information, wishes him a happy birthday when he tells him it's his birthday. He says, "Well, you just have to sign this, turn it over and read the back." George signs it, turns it over. "Happy birthday, George. I got you, Jack."
Obviously, you were nowhere in sight, but you pulled up in sight after this was over with, right?
We were across the street with a video camera running. And from across the street, of course, we hear,
That is awesome, buddy. I love my friends with their stories because they have so many of them. And George was my first personal friend, thanks to you. I think because of a convention that I worked for you there at the time. I wasn't familiar with actors' names, so I remember being asked if I would, take care of George Takei, and I, long pause, and I asked, "Who's George Takei?" So I only knew Sulu and Spock and Kirk and things like that, and I wasn't paying attention to those names flying up on the screen, at my age watching Star Trek. So that's awesome. Tell me about this.
Well, that's it. That's the toilet seat.
I couldn't see it because it's really small on my side of the screen here, and I don't really see it enlarged until I put it up.
That's it. That's the toilet seat my son got me from the Enterprise.
Well, that your son got you from. So yeah, that's the other violation that he did.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm not going to ask if it was used or not, but that's irrelevant. And then this picture.
Oh my God, this goes back 1978. This run of Star Wars. That's me as Han Solo, and a bunch of us other ne'er-do-wells. What we would do, and I don't know how I talked these people into it. 17-year-old kid calls up a movie theater. "Hey, we got a bunch of us in costume. What we want to do is run around outside the theater and, build up attention and get people to come in, shill for your movie. The most popular movie on the planet."
Right.
For free.
For free.
It worked. Over and over and over again. It worked. How? As a 58-year-old man, I don't know how these managers said, "Sure, kid, come on, do it." But, in theaters, I think I must have seen Star Wars between 200 and 300 times because of that.
Yeah, well, that's great. I didn't see it that many times, but I did see it 11 times during its debut weekend. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I saw that movie 11 times.
We did a number of theaters all in the Rhode Island area, running around shopping malls.
Yeah, I am part of the May 25 77 crew, and proud of it. So from Star Wars, and you know how these two genres don't like to battle or feud with each other, but you may need to explain this, buddy, because this definitely is not a Star Wars costume.
No, this is just about the time frame you and I met.
Oh yeah, there you go. You look recognizable.
Yeah. Just now. Okay, pop it up again. Yeah.
There you go. You're side by side. Yeah, that's you. I can tell. I'm looking at Logan's Run when they found the old man. They left the dome.
I have a new costume idea. Thank you. That's awesome. Okay. It's tough finding ones that work just right, but that's perfect.
Yeah. That's perfect.
Okay.
You can use it.
That's inspired. I like that. But no, that's from my early Star Trek and Starfleet days. The good old Monster Maroon, probably the best uniform ever designed.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think that is out of classic Trek. That is my favorite right there. Not the jumpsuits or the pajamas that they used in the first freaking movie.
Bill Shatner got the only good-looking pajamas.
Right. Yeah, well, that's true. He did, didn't he? He had a white streak or something in the front. That was pretty cool. Tell me a little bit. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm just going to toss out a related story to the Monster Maroon. For a short time, I had a mail order company that made costumes. And I started branching out and was going to do the jumpsuit from Alien. And back then, I don't know if it's still as easy, but like for the Monster Maroon, I just called up the Paramount costume department and I got the costume designer's home phone number and picked his mind for all sorts of details.
Wow. Okay.
So I did the same thing for the jumpsuit for Alien, and I got John Mullo's phone number at his home outside of London. And so John and I are talking for a while and picking his brain about this one costume. And I'm just so focused on the one costume. At the end of the conversation, he goes, "Oh, by the way, I'm cleaning out my barn. Do you know anyone who might be interested in a screen-used stormtrooper helmet or a Darth Vader mask?" And all of a sudden, I see his name scroll through in my mind, and I realize who it is I'm talking to.
Oh, my God.
I was like 19 or 20, and he offered me to buy a Vader helmet for $500.
Whoa.
And I didn't have $500.
Sure. We were young.
We couldn't ask my mother to borrow $500 for a Darth Vader mask. And I think the last time one came up for auction and went for $250,000.
Wow.
I could have. Yeah, that was
wow. Just because you only needed a $500 investment, and look where you've been. Wow. Well, what's going on here?
Oh, I just sent that as another a headshot. I very big into cigar smoking these days. I was flipping through my phone recently, and I went, okay, Star Trek, cigars, Star Trek, cigars. And it started dawning on me. I have Star Trek clothing, and I have cigar clothing, and I now know, lots of people who worked on Star Trek, and I know people who make cigars. So they're on an even level of my interest and involvement. I will travel to a Star Trek event. I will travel to a cigar event. So I guess with age, a little bit of diversity comes in finally.
Wow. I've never been a smoker in my life. My grandfather smoked cigars. I have these thoughts of him chewing on his stogie as he walked around. It wasn't really smoking. And he did smoke a full cigar at some point, but he would not let that short stub go, and just chewed it to living hell. And I unfortunately have a horror vision or implant in my brain of what the other side of that stogie looked like. And man, oh man, it was the nastiest thing you probably ever want to see. Hey, do me a favor. Who's this cutie?
That is Kane. That's my grandson. He is February, March, April, May, 14 months old.
Oh, wow. Perfect.
14 months old. And from the very beginning, my son and I have been twisting his little mind. His first onesie had Slimer on it. I got him one with a stormtrooper helmet, and it says I'm a storm pooper. And I think the second thing that my son said to me after he was born was that we'd be able to do the costume at shore leave that we always wanted to do.
Uh-oh.
So, yeah.
What?
In a few years, what you'll see at some shore leave, probably about 5 years from now, will be my son as Lone Star, yours truly as Barf.
Oh my God. And
Kane at about age 5 or 6 as Dark Helmet.
I love it. Good Spaceballs pull off there.
Well, my son and I always wanted to do Barf and Dark Helmet, but he got all too quick.
Yeah, and you're perfect to do it now, so that would absolutely be incredible. Hey, we got about 5-7 minutes left. Let me ask you a few questions because I wanted you to go ahead and talk about yourself a little bit, but now I want you to talk about yourself a little bit more. What has been in your mind? It's definitely not your opinion. It would be your fact, your truth. What has been your most thrilling moment since you've been alive?
Wow.
Yes.
How
about I give you your top 5?
Well, I'll go for, when not just when Kane was born, but it gets better. Like we do chats like this, and now he starts responding to me on the camera.
That's awesome.
And I'm trying to teach him, to do raspberries. I'm that
Good job, Dad. Good job, Dad.
Thrilling. There's a waterfall in Bosnia that knocked my socks off.
Really?
Nice. I don't know. I'll keep coming back to the grandson.
Sure.
Sure.
That's awesome. I've never had children, but everyone that I speak to who've had children pretty much gives a similar. They're all different, but a similar response, a similar experience to have. And that's oh, wait a minute. This one was first. Can't wait to see that at shore leave, which was talking about your Spaceballs outfit. And these two do frequent shore leave because they're in the Maryland area. And so is Lorraine. Lorraine is going to be one of our guests. She's signed up to be a guest here, and Cheryl will be coming on too pretty soon. So it's nice. Once again, folks, you are being introduced to my friends. It's a personal introduction, but it's not a face-to-face, hand-to-hand introduction. And sorry, Lorraine. Lorraine says she's in Michigan. Okay, but she goes to shore leave. Don't you go to shore leave, Lorraine? Yeah, she goes to shore leave from Michigan. Cool. And this is my way of introducing you guys to interesting people that you may find a reason to contact later, via their Facebook page or anything else. Go ahead, Jack.
Before we run out of time,
we're still in
the beginning. talking about our friendship with you.
Uh-oh.
And 2 stories I want to share with these people.
Lies, all lies, but go ahead.
I got stuck one time at George Washington University Hospital with an asthma attack that wouldn't stop. And I'm in town, the middle of, I'm hundreds of miles away from home. And this guy comes to visit me at the hospital. Twice, I think 2 days you came by.
Yeah.
And of course, like Mark always is, left his mark. We're sitting there talking, and I think we're 3 or 4 stories up, leans back and pops out a screen window, goes flying down and clatters, 3 stories below.
Oh my God. Wasn't on purpose.
The other story about Mark, actually, it's sort of it's all about my first wedding.
Yes, wedding.
We're racing around my house, just about to leave. Can't find my dress socks. We've got the tux, everything except the dress socks. And I still say it was your idea. I know you wanted to try doing it. You just spray paint my ankles black. So you couldn't tell from the audience, from the pews, that I wasn't. I was, I'd been on stage.
I plead the fifth.
Real close to tell whether they were socks or not.
I plead the fifth.
Found the real thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then my wife at the time and I take off for our honeymoon. It got sidetracked by a guy T-boning the car and putting us in the hospital.
Yeah.
The first thing I hear once I get home is that I now have a black brother.
Yes.
My mother had adopted him.
Yes. Love that woman.
Took over not only the reception hall, but the after party at my mother's house. So yeah.
I forgot all about that.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. Please accept my apologies now where you can't reach me. Oh, yes, but
30 some odd years. 86 was when we first met.
Wow. Guys, I make a friend, and basically if you pass the test, which is basically tolerating me, then you got a friend for life. That's basically how I run. And yeah, Jack is one of my oldest friends, and he's been around. Thank God he's still around, because we did lose some friends ourselves who went too soon. And you know who specifically I'm talking about.
You did about that.
Say again?
You did we talking about Jay? Did you?
No, I was actually talking about Cheryl.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Jay who?
Rhode Island friend of mine who was in my.
Oh yeah. Wow, man. See, sometimes memories can be harmful.
Yeah.
You forget. Sometimes it's good to forget, but when it's revisited or somebody mentions a name or whatever, it's the pain just comes back all over again. So, yeah. So I'm just happy that amongst the number of people that you're going to meet on this show, ladies and gentlemen, we're the originals. A lot of us you're going to meet. We're the originals. We were around when Microsoft was created, when the Apple Mac was created, the first, personal home computer.
Not just that. You mentioned Joni Winston earlier.
Yes. Oh, yes. Keep going. Keep that thought. Go ahead.
These days just don't know their history. They don't know who Joan was. They don't know who Shirley Mayuski was.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yes.
They don't know where. They're just happy there's Star Trek everywhere on TV. You really should try and learn your history, fans. Know what the letter writing campaign that Harlan did. Know what that was.
Right.
Just don't be a happy little fan.
Speaking of, I want to do a speed round with you right now. I'm going to name some names, and I want you to give me, at least in one sentence. It could be a long sentence, but make sure you put a period at the end, damn it. You know how my grammar Nazi I am. I'm going to drop some names, and just give me a brief sentence on what it is about these people that you know. Okay? Harlan Ellison.
Honesty, unbelievable honesty. Period.
I'm laughing. I didn't think I'd hear that from anybody because it's actually very true.
Not many. He and Isaac Asimov kept their own home phone numbers in the phone book.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, I loved Isaac's wife.
Mm-hmm.
She was a fun, quiet gal, but okay. Wow, Wally Schirra.
Oh,
or Wally Schirra. I think it's Schirra, right?
I did a article for my club newsletter on one of the Apollo 1 anniversaries, and I interviewed Scott Carpenter, and I got Wally Schirra. I got a phone number for him. I call it up. It's his home phone number. His wife answered first. Oh, yeah. He's getting milk. He'll be home soon. So I call back, and I mean, I've met all sorts of people through country radio and interviewing stars, and they're just people with cool jobs.
Yes.
The only time I ever lost it was with Wally Schirra.
Wow.
I did an interview, and we were done, and I turned into a 10-year-old. Picture. Would you autograph it and send it back to me, please? Could you please? It just turned me into a little kid.
Right.
Because he strapped a rocket to his ass and went to space. That's better than anybody who stands in front of a movie camera.
Right. Okay. How about Fred Hayes?
Oh, Fred. Yeah. Without getting into the whole story of my nickname Towaway.
Yeah.
I met Fred through Starfleet. There's a chapter in Mississippi named after Fred. So I met Fred. We have a mutual family friend. So we bonded on that. And then I had a financial incident with the Kennedy Space Center. They kind of screwed me out of some money, and I was trying to find any way around it. And so I called up Fred and asked for his help. And he said, well, just email me the details and I'll see what we can do. I didn't realize that my signature line included the nickname Towaway.
Uh-oh.
So a couple of days later, I get a phone call, and it's Fred. And again, I've talked to Fred, real cool and everything. And he just goes, hey, Towaway. I'm like, an astronaut just called me Towaway. That was just unbelievable moment in my life.
All right. And the last one I'm going to mention is Hank Williams Jr. What's the deal on that?
So I'm sorry, there was another one?
Hank Williams Jr.
Again, country radio. About 19 years old. And before the show, I interviewed him. And if you know country music, Merle Kilgore. And we were done with the interview. And he says, well, you want to hang out and watch the football game with me? Okay.
Wow.
Proceeded to just sit back and get drunk.
Wow.
Yeah. And during the course of the afternoon, he said, we got openings on our staff. How'd you like to be a roadie?
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I'm busy that week. Yeah, right.
Well, apparently a week later, I called his management, and his manager said, yeah, Hank says that when he gets drunk. So I kicked back and got drunk with Hank Jr., which was very cool.
Brought your feet back down to earth. I get it. Well, Jack, this has been a pleasure to have you on my debut show. Hope to have you back because I know you got more stories. Just because people are coming on my show who are friends of mine, it's not a one and done. It's just basically how much we can find out about you in 30 minutes, plus or minus, mainly plus. And this has been a pleasure. So you better gear up for being called to duty again. I got 30 odd people I got to get through right now. So it may be a while, but I need to get through this first round of folks. So I appreciate it 100%. Go ahead.
I love you. You can paint my ankles anytime.
I love you black.
All right, take it easy, brother.
Thank you, brother. Take care. Bye-bye. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So you have just seen the debut show of Mark Knows Everybody, and mainly everybody that I know are my friends. My friends who want to will get an opportunity to come on this show and be subjected to my questions. And any videos, anything you want to send to me once asking or once telling you when your scheduled date to be on the show is, you might want to start digging deep and pulling out stuff that you think will be of very much interest to the audience that I'm presenting this to. Of course, I already think you as being very interesting. Otherwise, you wouldn't be on the show in the first place. But I am looking really, really forward to, especially the people that have popped up on the screen with their comments, Lorraine and Cheryl, two more of my great friends, and they will have their chance. But this gives you a preview. Not saying that things won't change in the future. I may do a whole nother format. I may ask you trivia questions just to see how intelligent you are, whatever. But this is a show about you. It is a show about you. It's the people that I know, that I appreciate, and who I want to put in the spotlight. Okay, I know what it's like to be in the spotlight, and I know you might have some nerves come up on you, a sense of nervousness that you weren't expecting. But remember, because you are my friend, you are around friends when you are speaking here on my show. So don't be nervous. Yes, Lorraine, you are in trouble. No, you're not. Trivia, yes, maybe. So thank you guys so much for joining us this evening, for joining me this evening. This show will boost up to 2 shows a week. Okay, 4 people a week, just so I can get through to people. My God, do the math. Okay, I have to do 7, 8 shows in order to get through the first grouping here. But I want you guys to just come on and enjoy us, introduce yourself to folks, and have some fun with me. Allow me to introduce you and make fun of you all at the same time. Okay? Thank you for tonight. Okay? God bless you all. You are my friends. I love you guys. I can't wait to hear more stories about you. We'll be talking to you soon.
I'm Dina Marie. I'm Sage Ia.
I'm Thomas Carter Rochester.
Hey, I'm David Thompson.
Hi, I'm Kevin. And I'm Mia.
Hi, I'm Mark.
Hey there, this is Dave Adams.
Hi, I'm Rosemary Rose.
Jerome Conner here.
Hey guys, it's Josh Bauer.
Willow Schuyler.
I'm Cosplay Michael.
I'm Robert.
It's your boy Country.
I'm Ryan Permison.
And I'd like to ask you guys,
Please subscribe.
Please subscribe.
Please subscribe.
Please subscribe.
Please subscribe.
Please subscribe.
please
Subscribe.
subscribe.
Subscribe. Subscribe.
Please subscribe to HWWS Web TV.
Great bunch of people.
And don't forget to smash the bell.
Ring that bell.
Smash that bell.
Hit that bell.
Hit the bell to be notified.
Hit the bell to get notified of new shows
And videos.
You're going to want to do that, so do that soon.
So we can cross that 20,000 mark.
And get us to 100,000 subscribers
To 1 million and 10 million and 100 million.
on HWWS.
Web TV.
You really like it. I guarantee it.
Thank you.